guys, how you doing? That is called a tin whistle. It's a Celtic tin whistle, made in England since 1843. I just got it. It's a little, very light little flute, something like the Indians or the Celtic or the Irish would use. And when I go out solo backpacking where nobody can hear me, I'll use this. Anyway, today is about hacks, life's hacks, backpacking hacks, life's, I guess, what is a hack? I guess a hack is a shortcut. So let me go over some shortcuts that I have used in my backpacking arsenal. Now, I didn't discover these. Some of them I thought I did, but I'm sure if you go on any YouTube and look these up, I'm sure somebody somewhere has used these. So let me get into at least what I think is a hack. Well, the first one is my food bag. Well, what's so special about a food bag? It's not the food bag itself, it's but this. I keep in there a, what do they call these things? Op sack, low sack. This is a 20 incher by, I don't know, 20 by 12 or something like that, but it fits right in there. The reason I use these is not because they're supposedly odor proof and all that, but when you're handling these on the outside, I can't see them being odor proof, but every little bit helps. The reason I like them is I pull my bag out and I can see the little stuff in there. Anything I want to pick out of the bag, I know where it is, and I don't have to root through and start pouring out stuff out of my food bag to find out where it is. For example, like if I wanted one of those little Starbucks coffees right there, I know exactly where it is, or a bottle of olive oil. So when I'm out there and I'm looking for food, or I'm just hiking along and I want to pull out a snack that I don't have in my pouch, I use these clear op sacks. Now, I also use one of those in my little koozie. I always have one in here also because they're really, really durable. There's a little plastic fork in there, but really durable, and I do hydrate and cook my meals in those. Speaking about kitchens, another little hack that I have here is I will always keep my spoon in my koozie. I'm not going to root around my backpack looking for it. I'll always know it's right there. These hacks I'm going over, they're pretty much for camp. If you notice, I'm in my Bora Gear tarp here. I've got it set up in a traditional way, but I love this thing. I got to start using it more. So, next hack is also has to do with something with cooking and being in the kitchen or at the campsite or whatever. I keep these. These are cutting boards. You can buy them at B&B. They're plastic. They're really hard. They're cutting boards, and I use them I can use them for anything. I can use it for a plate. I can use it to clean fish on. I can use them when I'm sitting down to, especially I love using them when I'm making tortilla sandwiches. I can lay the tortilla right on that, keep it off the ground or off my backpack, and put a tortilla on it and roll up a nice tortilla. Now, when these come, they come with kind of rounded edges and they're kind of a little big. So what I have done is I have cut pretty much one in half. I kind of rounded off the edges a little more, and I found that this size is just perfect to use. So whether I'm at camp or I'm hiking along and I want to make a tortilla sandwich, or I want to do anything to keep it out of the dirt, I will use one of these flexible plastic little cutting boards to keep with me. They're light, they shove down into your backpack real easy, and I love using these. These are perfect. Also, while I'm at camp, I like to keep a ground cloth. I don't necessarily use a ground cloth under my tent unless it's really rooty and rocky and pointy. I'll keep a ground cloth. But really, the real reason I like to bring a very light ground cloth with me is I can lay it out alongside of me at camp, and I can lay out my food, my cooking, everything that I need to make my dinner that night, and anything I want to keep clean and dry and off of the ground. I use either this one here I've been using more often. It's an old footprint from an old tent that I cut off all the ends on. But I can also, I bring out these polycro or polycryo, however they say it. knife flume, whatever they are. But these plastic, these work also. The only problem with these are they're very light, and if it's breezy, these will blow away on you, and they're kind of not exactly what, you know, when everything's flopping up on your food and everything. But I like the other ground cloth actually better. So that is another hack. Now, on my recent trip, thanks to Mike P, I love making fires. Anybody watch my videos knows that I love using my silky saw, cutting up and process wood, and make a fire at camp when I can. It seems like when I'm in the Smoky Mountains, especially in the Smoky Mountains, it's very, very difficult to find dry wood. Dry wood, yes, it is very hard. So once I get a fire going, or at least some embers going, instead of taking my Z-seat, which I'm sitting on right now, and fanning that fire and having sparks go all over the place and soot and everything else, I have recently purchased, very inexpensively, I'll put links to this, this is called, and it came with two, and it came in a really nice little plastic holder. And what this is, it's a telescoping bellows. So basically you get into the flame underneath. And let me let Mike P demonstrate this for you right now. Hey Devin, Dalton, check this out. We need one of these. It's a bellows. We don't need our Z seat anymore to do it.
Yeah. That's right. No more Z-seat.
Just remember to blow out and not suck in. So thanks, Mike. And that was a fun trip, by the way. So, but anyway, like I said, it came in a little pouch. They're very light. There's two of them. Matter of fact, I think I got two more of these coming, so I'll probably just give them away. But this is going to be part of my fire arsenal, and I just love it. It's real light, and I think the cost, I'll put the link, like I said, below, but it was, you can order them from China and it takes forever to get, or you can order for Amazon. I think it was $5 for two of them. So well worth it. If you're into fires, these bellows work great, and I'm a witness to Mike using them, and it's like an old car antenna or something. But anyway, thank you, Mike. Okay, another hack. I think if you remember, if you look at my last video when we were up in the Smoky Mountains, again, this is when we were with Senior Hiker 77 and Mike P Hikes. I was demonstrating when we had music at the campfire how I took my titanium cup and made it into a speaker. So again, let me take you back in time and let me show you how that works. Who listens to music at a campfire uses their phone and everybody can hear it. Here's an easy way. Let's do a different song and I'll show you. You can hear it. Listen different. Take your cup, titanium, and it acts as a speaker.
Like a boombox.
Boombox. Difference? Speaker.
Man, you need to let me get that. Damn it.
God, I look awful in that. That was after a full day of hiking. There was a little bit of rain that day, but that works. And I'm going to give credit to that one to a guy named Skinny Jimmy. And a year ago, if you look back to one of my foothill trails, I think it was my second foothills trail video, it shows the first night I stayed at this place and I ran into this other hiker, and his name was Skinny Jimmy, and he was a character, and he's actually the one that showed me about that cup. And we stayed up that night, and we were hitting the libations and jamming out to some tunes with the titanium cup. That's another hack. Let me see if I got something else here to show. This is something that's part of my sleep system. Now, I've shown this in the past. I thought it worked well. It doesn't work that well, but I took up some of this shelf liner and I put it under my Thermarest Neo Air on my tent floor, on the sill nylon floors that are in my Lanshan 2, and it stopped the mattress from sliding around a little bit. So was it worth it? Well, yeah, here, because I also take and put this under the heaviest part of my body, which would be pretty much my torso down to my hips, and I'll lay that underneath that part of my sleeping pad, and it really gives extra protection for my sleeping pad on the 10th floor. I also take it and fold it up, and I just roll it around this, and that's why I pack it in my backpack. It doesn't really keep it from sliding that much, but it does add extra protection to your sleep pad. Well, guys, that is some of my hacks. They just came off the top of my head. I'm sure I got other ones, and I know you guys have some, so we should share them with me. I'm learning stuff every day. I mean, you can do this forever, and still, the next time you go out backpacking with somebody, you'll learn something new, or if you see something on YouTube, you learn something new. So let me know what they are. And also, you know, you get into these videos and you forget sometimes what to say. So let's make this real. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, that's some of my hacks, guys, and I'm sure there are many more that I could probably think of, but not right off the top of my head. They were kind of some just on the cuff of some of the things that I do in shortcuts and backpacking. I guarantee you guys have a lot of them too. I'd really like to hear of them. Something unique, something that we haven't heard of before. I know everybody's on YouTube right now doing these hacks things. Nobody challenged me or anything like that. I just thought I'd throw this out there. So let me know what you got. And hey, thank you very much for watching this video. And please subscribe. I'm going to plan another trip coming up probably in 3 weeks, and I'm not sure if I'm going up into and it'll be somewhere in Georgia, Tennessee, or North Carolina, I can tell you that, or maybe even South Carolina. I really love going on the Foothills Trail. Maybe I'll just do a few nights back up there again, and then towards as the weather gets cooler and hunting season's over, I'm going to start doing some different sections of the Florida Trail, like up around Suwannee, up in the Suwannee River area on that part of the Florida Trail. As soon as it cools down, though, our nights, when the nights start getting down in the 50s again and the days are in the 70s, then I'll start doing those. I want to make sure all the bugs are gone and it'll be comfortable at night. And also, I want to start using this tarp. I really love it, and I got to start using it a little bit more and feel more comfortable in it. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. In addition to my tarp, I picked this up from Z-Packs. Normally I would have had the pointed end up this way, but now I can take the handle and go in this little, I think it was $5, was it, from Z-Packs, and I ordered that. So loving my tarp, just got to use it. Thanks, guys. Tin whistle.